Hey everybody. So I wanted to do a little video on Becky. Yep, she should have listened to the YouTube streets, or people are who they are. So she dealt with the Dusty, and I want to just talk about briefly what happened. So I even have a jingle for her. Becky went black and couldn't go back. 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 No. Becky got with Tyrone and it all went wrong. Becky got with Tyrone and it all went wrong. Got with Tyrone and it all went wrong. Got with Tyrone and it all went wrong. Always does. Becky went black and couldn't go back. 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 No. Becky girl. Remember the saying, when people show you who they are, believe them? Dust is dust. Okay? Stick it around. You're going to end up with some rust. Dust is dust. So, Becky picked up a confirmed Dusty. I'm talking about he got the elements of the felony. And I'm not saying you have a felony doesn't mean Dusty, but if you have a felony, you got cheering everywhere, spread out the state to state and all of that going on. And you work a little bit, but you don't really want to work because you know how it goes. I understand they might get some papers filed, so they'll quit the job and find another one. And in this case here with him, it's always a lower paying job. That's what he can get. But my thing is, hello, stop being Dusty. Accept a responsibility. Pay the child support. Dude, this is your DNA walking around here. I mean, I can't comprehend that. But that's a separate video. So Becky picked him up and she's like, oh, I like him, And Becky, she's not trailer park trash. She come from a little something, okay? She's pretty much on easy street, She's got backups. So she calls herself, I want to try something different. Okay? Now, she's also had a girlfriend or two that's dated a Dusty, and that turned out to be a disaster. It was such a disaster. That girlfriend, her father wanted to get involved, and I'm like, wow, it's not going to go well because that dust might start swinging. If you think your girlfriend's dad is going to have a sit down with a Dusty and say, this is not how you treat women and my daughter deserves more, you're wasting your darn time. He might swing. The Dusty might swing. Your dad might get checked physically, put those hands on him. Again, these are Dusties. It's not going to happen. Okay, so I think she thought, well, hey, I met me a black man and he's fine. It's going to be different this time. Yeah, well, here's what happened. So first they started out dating and he paid for the first date. And ladies, this would be I don't deal with dust, even if a man is not a Dusty. If you're dating and some guy comes up with, and if you're okay with it, that's fine. But if it comes up automatically, okay, we're dating and what he expects is to go 50-50 on relationships, then sweetie, I would put my little shoes up. I'm not going anywhere. I don't care from Chris to Louboutin. If it's a shoe from Payless, I would put my little shoes up because you know why? I'm not, it's not working like that. I'm just not. It's just not working. But everybody's different. If you want to pick up the tab sometime, I get it. Totally get it. Yeah. But if a man is going into it and approaching you with it, trust and believe, he's letting you know that's how he gets down, then I will be getting out. That's just me. So anyway, they started that, started doing a little dating thing. He paid for the first date. The next thing you know, they're going half. And I'm like, oh, wow, okay. Oh, he's got a circumstance. Dusties always have a circumstance. That's why they're Dusty. The circumstances are not productive. Okay? So they start doing that. Next thing you know, they're kicking it. She's hanging out at his place. He's hanging out at her place. She has their better place. He has a roommate. I'm like, well, In this economy, late 30s, I can kind of see, got a roommate. But she never did meet the roommate. Never did. And before you know it, they were dating and kicking it and all that stuff, kicking, have a good old time. He has to pay child support, as you know. So he decides to go ahead and bring up the subject of moving in with her, which she allows. So he can go ahead and get his child support paid up and we can get on with our lives. Girl, you have gotten as much as you're going to get. Excuse the expression, 2 L's. And I wouldn't even take a chance on it. But that kind of man, he's good for 2 things. Some laughs, because his life is, it's pretty depressing. But he knows how to make you laugh. Some laughs, and maybe, I hate to say it, a quick lay. I'm sorry. That's all you're going to get. But it's going to be some drama down, and that's in the beginning. It's going to be some drama down the road. Wait for it. It's coming. It's not worth it. So she calls herself, he's going to get on his feet, and I'm like, okay. And there are some people, they're very strong-headed, and I'm like, you know what? Let her do what the hell she's going to do. She knows everything, and she's very sarcastic. She knows everything. All right, girl. You got it. So he moves in, and he has to get caught up on his child support, so you can't expect him to really much pay anything, can you? Girl, bye. He's trying to get on his feet. Okay. And it's only temporary, okay? So he's going to give up his roommate spot. The roommate has another person coming in. I thought, if you're like mid to late 30s, to me that's concerning. Keep in mind, she never met the roommate. So now you want to have this conversation about where are we going, in this relationship, what's going on with your finances, where are we going, and we can do better and blah, blah, blah. So after a while, she doesn't mind carrying him, which is what she's doing. Whenever you're paying all the bills, you are carrying a man. So she doesn't mind after a while, but then it starts to get old. And now it comes to those questions like, okay, where are we going? Where is the relationship going? Let's talk about finances. He doesn't want to talk about that. Because what is happening is, girl, he's using you. He's been saving up his money. Yeah. Not paying a child support. Are you crazy? With the number of kids and all you got to pay is what, $30 or $50? Really? Per child, because he's broken. He's dusty. Disgusting. Busted and disgusted. So you really think that? No. He's standing up for the come up. He done left the so-called roommate, and he got that little piece of job, so he's saving money. And you think about it. If a Dusty can work and not pay that little child support, and let's say he's paying with a roommate, maybe, $500 or $600. If he can stay with you for 2 or 3 months, man, that Dusty. And if he comes up with just about, let's say, $1,200 or $1,500, he's not used to no money anyway. He's used to being broke. Well, you can understand. When that fool got up to $2,000, to him, that's some real money. $2,000 bills, y'all. To him, that is some real money. Oh, hell no. In his mind, he's come up. He has gotten, guess what he's gotten for the first time, and it hasn't happened in a long time? That dust bucket has a cushion. Girl, he used to walking around here on a good day, got $50. He saved up some money, and he's close to $2,000. Oh, it's done gone to his head. Yes, girl, he is not talking to you crazy. No. He's close to $2,000. Got some new. He's also been able to get him a couple of pair of tennis shoes that she's bought. He's up here going to wine festivals now. Oh no. He's going out of town for the weekend when he doesn't have to work in that little job, to Airbnbs at your expense. The fact that he's got some nice tennis shoes on his feet that you have purchased and got about $2,000 in that account, he hasn't had that in I don't know when. Probably on the 12th of never. He thinks he's arrived. So now he's starting to feel, that little dust is starting to kick up. He's starting to feel himself. All of a sudden, he has to go check on some things. Now, keep in mind, he hasn't before, but he got to go check on baby mama. That's interesting. He hasn't been taking an active stance in the children's lives. He hasn't even been picking those children up. Isn't it like every other weekend? Now he's been busy at the wine festival on Becky's tab. Oh, we're going out of town. We're going here. We're going to actually go and travel to go see the sporting event. Oh, that's how he getting down. Airbnbs. He's living his best life. And now he's been able to save up some chips because guess what? He's sitting up there on he's on Becky's dollar. Okay, he not really. I mean, the child support. Come on now. So now he got a little come up. Oh, he finna show up and show out, and that's what he did. So all of a sudden now, the interesting bedroom action has slowed down. Well, he hasn't. What's going on? You in your 30s? What's going on? Mid to late 30s? What's going on? All of a sudden now, disappearing. Something's not right. So one of the girlfriends that's already been done wrong by Tyrone is in her ear. Well, you know what happened to me, girl, and I had to check. And you know, he's with his baby's mother. Yeah, well, she decided to go ahead. Maybe let's try to, do a little detective work. Let's just kind of circle back to where he was. Go back to the old place. Remember, I just told you, you never met the roommate. Goes back. Guess what? Not a roommate, all right. Becky's buck is booed up with the Quanda. Booed up with the Quanda. Oh, yes. Now, I'm starting to think, is he breaking off the Quanda a little something, something? Is he? Is he? All of a sudden, the Quanda, which you haven't seen before, the roommate, happened to pop back up in there. You know she saw her through the peephole when she knocked on the door. Okay, just trying to see where he was. He wasn't there at the time. But the Quantas let her know, oh, come on in. And she got that little, little street stance from letting, I said, oh, yeah, she let you know what's up. And letting her know that, he's been over there. He's not here now, but he'll be here later. She knew darn well who Becky was. But see, the Quanda is letting you know, girl, I'm the roommate, and he never really has, he may have moved out. And he only moved out because guess what? He wasn't paying the Quanda the full rent, and she was threatening to kick him out. That's the only reason I was like, oh my gosh, now it makes sense. Because it was his idea to move in with Becky. It's like, wow, these Dusties are users. So now, everything he's whispered in her ear, and I make it clear when I see people like that in relationships, I make it clear, oh, congratulations. I don't have a problem with it. I'm down with the brother from another mother. Uh-huh. I already booed up, so don't even think you're gonna find me as an angry black woman. Girl, bye. You already know who I'm with. Girl, bye. So yeah, so don't get it twisted. Congratulations. I hope it works out. Nice to meet you. That's how I operate. You're not offending me at all because I know you got some dust, and I'm secure with who I am. So anyway, now she's realizing he been kicking it back, and the roommate is a female. Uh-huh. Gotcha. So now she's thinking, and I will say too, she did all this thing about getting on Facebook and on her IG. Oh my gosh, she was up, ladies and gentlemen. She had put in some, she wanted to talk a little street lingo, what she thinks is black talk and all that. Yeah, right. And then she went and put Becky put some box braids in her hair. I saw that and I thought, girl, if that's what you like. The braids job looked good, but it was like, you're one of those so white people, I'm just saying, your peeps saw this, So I seen a white girl put some braids in, and I said, oh, well, now that was cute. But this here, on this one here, these box braids, I don't know, maybe it was the color of the hair. Maybe that was it. But she had her I said, oh yeah, you really holding it down for your boo. So now she's realized that, oh my goodness, this Dusty has been unfaithful. And with the Quanda's black. Dusty. That's why he's talking to you crazy, girl. Talking to you crazy. And he done saved some little money up. So she have a talk with the Quanda. So now she calls herself, oh, when he gets home, we're going to have a conversation about this. Oh, she mad. She pissed. Girl, Dusty doesn't care. So guess what happened? He didn't come home. He did not come home. No, not you, the pretty preferences queen. Not you. Girl, you got him all on your IG and your Facebook, you and him with the box braids. Everybody and their grandmother can see your friends and family. He didn't come home. So she calls him, he's not answering the phone. And he got to come back sometime because his things are there. And I'm thinking it's probably giving her time to calm down, because she might get crazy and call the police, with the scene and all of that, because he got a little street in him too. And you never know, he don't want to get a cop in a situation because he might have some warrants. You just never know. So anyway, it comes to a point, they do talk, and he's coming to get his things. And it's like, now, and at this point, she's angry. She's still mad, which I understand. But she's also one of those kind, she want to be up in your face a little bit and let you know, and work her neck. Oh, you got it going on like that. Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll up on the dust if you want to. Dusties can be very violent, okay? They can be very violent. So you might want to slow your roll on that. So anyway, he comes, they talk, and then he comes to get his stuff. He comes to pick up his things, and they have a conversation, and they change words. What the heck do you think happened? There was no box up. Next thing you know, she called herself. I guess she thought that white girl people was going to go ahead and put him in check. She tried to have a conversation with him at first. I'll give her that. But I'm like, with Dusty, just let the guy just go. So to try to have a conversation with him. Next thing you know, he come up with, B, I don't know who the hell you think you're talking. You better roll up off me. Get real loud. You better move your so-and-so ass up off me, B. You witch. But he's saying something else. She's in shock. And I'm going to get my ass when I get ready to blah, 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 blah. I didn't need your so-and-so ass anyway. Oh, he went bad. He went bad. Oh, he went bad. I don't need you now. I got my money. I got money. I mean, seriously. What you got? I'm like, if you add it up, that's why I said maybe close to 2,000 or maybe a little over. I don't need your ass. I ain't even been putting up with this shit. Uh-oh. Now he reading her about going over to the Quanda. And you up and checking up on me. I'm man, you be doing this crap to me. And this went on and on and on. Getting kind of loud. So then she realized she's dealing with cray cray. And she backed down. He went hard. I think he should have got his stuff and just left. You didn't have to go cussing the chick out. But hey, that's what Dusties do. We try to tell you, but you don't want to listen. You don't want to listen. So he done went bad and embarrassed her. He done embarrassed her. Somebody want to knock on the door and make sure everything's okay. Things calm down. He get his stuff and he leaves. Oh, girl, we could have told you this. Check your credit. He's already used your credit cards and bought some stuff online. You can't, what you gonna do? It went to the same address. He been using your credit card. And now it's broken your heart. Don't forget, you on the IG and Facebook. You got your box braids in. Let the ladies look at me. Oh, yeah, you and your new boo, using the word boo. Oh, yeah, okay. And he left. She's lucky he didn't, it didn't escalate. But she called herself and roll up on him. She don't know. Girl, you got a little, she may have had a little hood card, so she thinks, look here, he's the originator of the hood card. He's very good at going off. So she just kind of stood down a little bit. She just stood down. Got his stuff. Left. Good. It could have been a lot worse. So now, she's comparing her story to her girlfriend's story, and they start to realize, and again, if you want to date a decent black man, go ahead, go do your thing, I don't problem. But you chose dust. The elements are there. You chose dust. You already know what that is. You chose dust. So now she's starting to think, and it's like, wow, what happened with him? The same thing that happened with the girlfriend. Your behind is getting disrespected big time. Disrespected, used, and abused. He has used you, and he don't need you. He doesn't need you anymore. So now you're taking down the IG and the Facebook stuff. I mean, everybody's already seen it. Everybody in the family's already seen it. Now you're taking it down. You're so hurt right now. Again, and she didn't choose a decent black man. You chose dust. And that's because he's, educated, has a degree. The person can still be dust. It's just dust. But that's what you chose, and you call yourself, oh yeah, he likes white girls, so, and we just happen to hit it off. He likes to use women, dum-dum. And you got a broken heart. So now she decides, okay, take all that stuff down from the internet. I'm gonna go ahead and get back with, my man, my kind of man. So she contacts her ex, and don't forget he's seen those photos on the IG. And I'm like, girl, you know how your own operate. You know they're gonna do a backtrack. If they can do what do you call that? Do darn it, check out his background. So now you want to try to get those box sprays out your hair, girl. And I'm gonna go back with my man. I'm getting back with Brad. Becky went black and couldn't go back. Brad wasn't having it. He wasn't having it. She stepped to him and said how much she missed him, was kind of acting out a little bit. And she was dating someone else. Girl, everybody know you were dating little TT, Terrible Tyrone. And now she realized how much she misses Brad. I mean, that's not his real name now. I'm not going to use his real name. How much she misses Brad and wants to get back with him. She tells him how much she loves him. You know what Brad did? He said absolutely nothing. I thought, oh my gosh. He said nothing. They say actions speak louder than words. He said nothing and walked away. She left standing there after she's given up, talking about how much she loves him, and she realized it. And it's like, girl, you put all that out there. Brad working with a little something. He comes from a little change. Do you really think you put all those photos out there for the family and friends to see? And they're looking at him. What does he do for a living? They're looking at him. You don't think they probably may have, they know what this guy's about. He spells straight up street. And plus he's dusty. So do you really think that you're going to come back with him, try to get something going? He's not going to get with you like that. At least this one didn't. You might find some that will. But he already sees you as tainted. Girl, you with a low-performing, broke, budget black man. You with a dusty. He ain't coming behind that. I've heard of seen white girls, they end up with a dusty, and they end up, Becky end up with her little package with feet. Oh, that didn't work out. Now you got a black child here, especially a black son. You got a black child here. You want to go ahead and start dating. Brad not checking for you. Number one, he already know. Okay, so you already know the MO of this guy. This shows your critical thinking skills or the lack thereof. And now you want to go ahead and try to get back with him. Get with Brad. He's not going to take you on with your black son or half black son, your biracial son. Not going to take you on. And then Tyrone might show up acting up. We see the propensity for violence in the black community. He's not going to put himself, he's not going to expose himself to that. He's not going to. Especially one that's got something. He's not going to put up with that Tyrone showing up at the door. He ain't having it. And guess what? This has been going on. This was maybe, if I had to guess, maybe like between maybe 6 to 8 months, somewhere in there. Becky's still by herself. Hasn't picked up any new dust. And the type like Brad, no, you've been dipping in Blackistan. You've been dipping in the brokest pool ever, a dusty man. A dusty, broke black man. And you got played. So now you want to get those box braids out and go back to being, you want to go ahead and put the white image back up now. No more, oh my boo. He's not checking for you. Because they already know what these dusties are about. And you went and decided to have a little fun in that. Like I said, and you put it all on your IG. If you're going to go that route, girl, keep it off Instagram. If you're going to go that route, I would just keep it on the low if you're going to get down like that. But yeah, now you want to get back with Brad, and he's not having it. Ask yourself why. You went slumming. A man of no means, and especially the family oriented. You let this man in your life. He's saved his money up off of you. He's got money off you. Used your credit, so you washed up. You really think if a Dusty can use you like that, you think any man with any kind of means, especially a white dude, I'm just going to be honest. I'm just going to be just my opinion. Now she can find a decent black man that's out, and I'll just say one that's working, that's got a little something. Because number one, he sees her as, oh, he's a social climber. I got white beside me. I'm validated. I is good. No matter what you do to them. Some of these men, not all, but some of these black men think that way. No, you can dog them out, child. You can pretty much almost get them shot by their brother, by the cops. It's all right. She is good. She is kind. She is white, and it's all right. You have that, so she can find that kind. But a white dude that's got something, you've been slumming with this over here. Girl, is you crazy? They're seeing you as tainted. Seeing you as tainted. And I think he handled it the right way. He didn't go into any words, harmful words. He just let. I mean, it was kind of one of those hurtful things. You're like, dang, girl. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have said nothing about that, but okay. But he just simply walked away. Actions speak louder than words. So all I can say, girl, I was talking to one of my friends about it, another white male, and he said, oh, well, she said, oh, yeah, she can't come back. He said, she's going to have to go back. I said, she can't go back. He goes, no, she's going to have to probably go back and try to find another black man. He's like, oh, yeah, I could have told you that. He's like, she can't come back. She got to stay over there. I thought, wow. So, yeah, Becky got with a Dusty. Becky went black and couldn't go back. Becky went black and couldn't go back. Becky went black and couldn't go back. No. Becky went black and couldn't go back. So, hey, guys, thanks for listening. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. We wish her well in the recovery of having a broken heart. But girl, and I'm being facetious, we already told you. You're on the internet. You see what's up in the YouTube streets. Dusty. This is what they do. They use you. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. I'm out. Stay safe, and please stay dust-free.